The shadows of storm and night, the mysteries of life and light, from unearthly peculiarities, celestial and divine, to apparitions and transcendental signs. You're listening to the Spirit Podcast.
Welcome, fellow seekers of the strange and the unsettling, to this special solo episode of To the Spirit. Tonight, we venture deep into the heart of Germany, a land where ancient castles rise like silent sentinels, standing watch over the mists and hills of history. These fortresses are more than just relics of the past. They hold dark secrets, haunted by ghosts and long-buried tragedies. I'm Peter, and I'll be your guide tonight as we explore the eeriest and most chilling castles across Germany, from the ancient stone walls of Wofsegg Castle to the eerie halls of Eltz Castle. Each place has a story to tell. Stories of betrayal, sorrow, and restless spirits that refuse to fade into the past. I've always been drawn to the dark corners of history, where the line between the living and the dead is thin, and tonight, I'm going to take you with me into that shadowy world. These castles may look majestic from afar, but behind their towering walls lie mysteries and nightmares that have haunted their halls for centuries. So, if you're ready to step into the darkness with me, to hear tales of the supernatural and the unsettling, then keep your wits about you. We'll begin our journey now. Built in the 12th century, Wofsegg Castle was once the seat of the powerful Wofsegg family. But the most disturbing legend surrounding the castle centers around one of its most infamous residents, Countess von Wofsegg. The Countess was known for her cruelty, a ruthless ruler who took pleasure in tormenting prisoners. Those who crossed her path often found themselves imprisoned within the castle's dank dungeons, where whispers of unholy rituals and inhumane torture filled the air. Some say the Countess met her end in a most fitting manner. She was executed by her own guards after her reign of terror finally caught up with her. But what followed was even more chilling. The Countess's ghost, enraged and vengeful, is said to haunt the castle to this very day. Servants who worked at Wofsegg often reported hearing the faint sound of chains dragging across the floors late at night, along with a woman's chilling cries that echoed through the empty hallways. And then there's the story of the cursed room in the upper tower. It is said that anyone who sleeps there will be visited by the Countess's spirit, who emerges from the shadows to choke the life from her victims. Could these accounts simply be the product of overactive imaginations? Or does the Countess's malevolent presence still haunt the castle to this day? Next, we make our way to Stockenfels Castle, another haunting fortress hidden within the Bavarian countryside. While not as famous as some of its counterparts, Stockenfels has earned a reputation among the locals as a place best avoided. The castle was constructed in the 12th century, but it has always had a turbulent past, marked by war, betrayal, and bloodshed. Stockenfels served as a prison during the Middle Ages, and it is here that many a soul met a gruesome fate. One of the most chilling stories involves a knight who was imprisoned for treason. The knight was known for his fierce loyalty to his king, but when the king betrayed him, he found himself locked in the castle's dungeon, awaiting execution. As the days passed, the knight grew increasingly bitter, vowing that he would return from beyond the grave to seek vengeance on those who had wronged him. The legend tells that the knight's curse came to life when, on the night of his execution, his spirit was seen in the castle's tower, an ominous shadow that refused to leave. Even today, those who venture into the castle have reported seeing the figure of a man in armor, his face obscured by a dark hood. Some believe it is the knight, forever bound to the castle, still seeking retribution. And there's more. Visitors to Stockenfels often claim to hear the sound of chains rattling in the dungeon and the unmistakable cries of a man in pain. The legend of the cursed knight lives on, his spirit still roaming the castle's labyrinth halls, forever searching for justice.
Hey, Spirit Seekers! Enjoying the show? Make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to the Spirit. If you could you leave us a review on Apple or Spotify and share the love? We drop a new video every week over on our YouTube channel, covering paranormal, conspiracy, high strangeness, and more. Have questions or you want to share your own spooky story? Drop us a line at tothespiritpod@gmail.com. Stay spirited.
Our next stop is Nordkirchen Castle, located in Westphalia. At first glance, it's an impressive sight. Its grand Baroque architecture gleaming in the sunlight, its perfectly manicured gardens stretching for miles. But beneath the beauty of Nordkirchen lies a far darker history. This stunning castle was built in the 17th century, but its past is far from peaceful. One of the darkest chapters of Nordkirchen's history involves the death of its original owner, Count Ludwig von Schöningen. It is said that Count Ludwig met a tragic end at the hands of a jealous rival, stabbed in the back during a grand feast held within the castle's walls. Since that night, the ghost of Count Ludwig has been said to haunt the castle. Some claim to have seen his spectral figure wandering the grand hallways, still wearing the blood-stained clothes from his untimely death. Others report hearing strange knocking noises coming from the walls, and some have even claimed to feel the Count's icy breath on their necks. The Count is not the only restless soul in Nordkirchen. In the castle's lower chambers, servants who worked there in the past have reported hearing the sound of heavy breathing in the dark, followed by the unsettling sensation of being watched by unseen eyes. Could it be that Count Ludwig is not alone? Could there be other, darker entities at play within the castle's walls? Plassenburg Castle, located in Kulmbach, Bavaria, is not only known for its rich history and breathtaking views, but also for the chilling tales that have followed it through the centuries. This towering fortress once served as a military stronghold, but in the 17th century, it became a prison for countless souls who would never see the light of day again. Many of these prisoners were accused of treason during the bloody 30 Years' War. It is said that the conditions in the dungeons were brutal. Those who weren't executed in the castle's courtyard were often left to die in the dark, their cries unheard by the outside world. And now, those tortured souls are said to haunt the castle. Some visitors report feeling a sudden chill in the air as they walk through the dungeon halls, while others hear the soft whispers of those who perished here, their voices forever trapped in the castle's cold stone. One of the most haunting reports comes from a group of explorers who ventured into the castle's depths. They claim to have encountered a figure, a tall, shadowy figure with hollow eyes, dressed in tattered prisoner's garb. The figure didn't speak, but its presence was enough to send them fleeing from the castle in terror. What is it that haunts Plassenburg? Is it the tortured souls of the prisoners still seeking release? Or is something more sinister at work? An ancient curse that binds them to this desolate place? Our final stop takes us to the legendary Eltz Castle, nestled in the dense mist-filled forests near Muster-Maifeld. Known for its enchanting beauty, Eltz is often regarded as one of the most picturesque castles in all of Germany. But like so many fairy tales, not everything is as it seems. Eltz Castle has been in the hands of the same family for over 850 years, and with such a long and storied history comes an undeniable weight. And that weight may explain the strange occurrences that have plagued the castle through the centuries. One of the most famous tales surrounding Eltz is the death of the castle's patriarch during the 16th century. Some say it was an accident, a fall from the castle's ramparts, but others believe he was murdered by someone close to him. Since his death, his ghost has been reported in the castle, wandering the hallways in search of answers to his mysterious demise. Guests have seen strange lights flickering in the windows at night, and some have reported feeling a presence in the darkened rooms, a cold, oppressive feeling that never quite goes away. But perhaps the most chilling account comes from those who ventured into the castle's towers. Several visitors have claimed to see a shadowy figure standing in one of the windows. Its form indistinct, yet its presence unmistakable. And when they approach, it vanishes as if it were never there. Could it be the spirit of the patriarch, forever bound to the castle he once ruled? Or does Eltz Castle hold other, darker secrets that even time itself cannot erase? And so, we've journeyed through the shadowy halls of 5 of Germany's creepiest castles, each with its own tale of darkness, death, and the supernatural. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there's no denying the eerie presence that lingers in these ancient stones. As we close tonight's episode, I leave you with a thought. Sometimes the past refuses to remain buried, and in places like Wofsegg, Stockenfels, Nordkirchen, Plassenburg, and Eltz, the whispers of history are never quite silenced. Until next time, remember to stay curious, stay safe, and, most importantly, stay aware of the spirits that may be watching you from the shadows. Good night, and may your dreams be free of ghosts.
To the Spirit
Podcast.
Supernatural science.
Aliens. I'm ghost.
Psychic.
Mystic
Spirits.
Divine source.
Heaven.
It's magic.